everyone, my name is Maz and I'm going to be guiding you through this 60-minute Vinyasa Flow class. So go ahead and bring yourself to your yoga mat. If you use props in your practice, then make sure you have them with you. Might be a couple of blocks. If you don't have blocks, then you can use books. If you like to work with a strap, then grab yourself a strap. And we're going to all come to meet onto the mat. And we're going to start off today by coming into a reclining butterfly pose. So we're bringing together the soles of the feet and just allowing the knees to drop to the sides. If you have any sensitivity in the knees, then you might like to slide your blocks underneath your thighs to support. And from there, we're going to slowly come to lie onto the back. Coming into that reclining butterfly pose, bringing the entire length of the spine into contact with the ground. If it's comfortable for you to do so, bring the eyes to softly fall closed. Bringing your right hand to rest to the lower belly. Bringing your left hand to rest at the center of the chest. Finding yourself a place of stillness to begin with today. And as you arrive into that place of stillness, let's start off by taking a deep, full breath in through the nose. Open up the mouth, exhale. And again, full breath in through the nose. Open up the mouth, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, sigh through an open mouth. Gently seal the lips. And just let the breath settle into a natural rhythm. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Taking some time really just to find a connection to the breath. With every inhalation, feeling the belly, the chest gently rising. With every out breath, feeling the chest and the belly gently contracting. Every in-breath, the rib cage expands, the lungs fill. Every out breath, the rib cage retracts as the lungs empty. Just take a few more moments here to really connect to the breath. We're going to carry this connection to the breath throughout our entire practice today. The practice of Vinyasa Flow is all about connecting your breath to your movements, connecting the breath and the physical body. Finding that synchronicity between breath and body. Just taking a couple of more moments here to arrive, to settle onto your mats, into that space. And then very slowly start to bring your hands to the outside of the legs. Using your hands to gently and slowly draw the knees back into center. And then bring the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around the legs. Give yourself a big hug. Draw the knees in. And just take a few little gentle rocks from side to side. Giving your lower back a little bit of a massage. And then bring your knees back to center. From there, take your hands to the back of your thighs. And we're going to take 3 rocks up and down. So slowly massaging along the length of the spine, inhaling up, exhaling down. Taking it 2 more times, slowly inhale up, exhale down, inhaling up, exhale back down. This time as you inhale, rock yourself up, cross your ankles, place your hands onto the mat, roll over the feet and find your way to all fours. Coming to your tabletop position. Spreading your fingers nice and wide, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Close your eyes as you arrive in here, and on an inhalation, raise your hips, open up your chest, look forward. As you exhale, press the ground away, round the spine, drop the chin to chest. Inhale once again, raising up your hips, open up your chest, look forward. Exhale, press the ground away, round the spine, drop the chin. From there, start to move the body in any way that feels good. So you might continue to move through those rounds of cat and cow. You might start to circle the hips. You might start to bring some movement into the wrists, into the shoulders. Just taking some time here to really find fluidity in your movements. Moving the hips, moving the spine, warming the body, connecting to the breath. And really just allow the movements to be soft. Taking time in here, inviting any tension or tightness you might be working with, just to slowly start to dissolve away. As I said, the Vinyasa practice is all about finding a connection between movement and breath. So as you start to move the body in here, start to find that connection, that synchronicity. Taking just a few more moments here. Feeling the body, feeling the breath. And then come back to center, come back to that tabletop position. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes and press into the ground. Slowly lift your knees to hover just a few centimeters off the ground, doming the upper back, drawing the belly button towards the spine. Take 1 more breath here. And then keep your knees lifted. Slowly start to send your hips back towards your heels. Breathing here. Very slowly start to lift your hips, straighten your legs. Extend your heels down towards the ground and you're into your first downward facing dog. Fingers spread, toes spread. Start to move the body in your down dog. Pedaling out the heels. Moving the hips. Again, let it be intuitive. You might close down the eyes here as you find movement in this first downward facing dog. Just feeling the body. Moving into spaces that nourish and nurture the body. And then find a place of stillness in your down dog. Very slowly start to walk your feet towards the top of the mat. Bring the feet hip distance. Place your fingertips on the mat in front of you. Take an inhalation, lengthen and look up. As you exhale, soften your knees. Come into a forward fold. Allow the head to hang heavy, either keeping the back of the hands onto the mat, or maybe taking hold of opposite elbows and gently swaying the upper body from side to side. Keep the knees soft. Keep the feet grounded. Coming back to center. Bring your hands down onto the mat. Soften the knees as much as you need. Gently bring your chin towards your chest. And then slowly start to walk the hands up the front of the legs. Keeping the chin tucked in as you slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. Release the arms by the sides. Keep the knees soft. Take an inhalation, draw the shoulders all the way up to the ears. As you exhale, softly slide the shoulders back and down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lifting the shoulders. Exhale, slide the shoulders back and down, create space. From there, step your feet to the top of your mat and come to your mountain pose. Feet grounded, legs active. Join together your palms and bring your thumbs to lightly rest at the center of the chest. Close down the eyes. Take a moment as you arrive at the top of your mat to really establish your connection to the ground. As you arrive at the top of your mat, take this time to set an intention for your practice today. Place that intention into the space between the palms of your hands. And keep it with you as you move through your practice today. Keep the eyes closed and gently release the arms by the sides. Allow your palms to spin forward slightly, just so you start to feel space through the front of the body. Start to deepen your breath, starting to find that ujjayi breath. So breathing in and out through the nose. There's a gentle contraction at the back of the throat, allowing you to find that soft ocean sound. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose, carrying this breath throughout the practice. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, blink open the eyes. Inhale, raise the arms, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, soften the knees if you need. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, place your hands, step your right foot back. Step your left foot back, come into a strong high plank. Spread your fingers wide, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Extend your heels all the way towards the back of your mat. Take one more inhalation in here, doming the upper back. As you exhale, bend the elbows. Lower yourself all the way down to your tummy in a straight line, maybe dropping the knees. Once you get all the way down, untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Come to a baby cobra. Exhale, lower your chest down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale, chest lowers. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, lower the chest down. Inhale, pressing into the palms, come up to all fours. Exhale, send your hips back towards your heels. Come into a child's pose. Inhale, coming to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Bringing the weight equally into both hands and feet. Spreading the fingers, spreading the toes. Maybe take a soft bend in the knees if you need to, sending the hips high. Taking one more breath in here. On your next inhalation, step your right foot to the front of the mat. As you exhale, step your left foot to the front of the mat. Take an inhalation, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach high. Exhale, release the arms by the sides, come back to that mountain pose. Let's go again. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, place your hands. This time, step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. Coming into that high plank once again. Take an inhalation, press the ground away, dome the upper back. As you exhale, bend the elbows. Come all the way down to the tummy in a straight line. Control that descent. Untuck your toes. Inhale, chest lifts, shoulder blades draw together, cobra. Exhale, lower the chest down. Two more here. Inhale, lifting up through the chest. Exhale, lower the chest down. One more time, deep inhalation, chest lifts. Exhale, chest lowers. Next inhalation, finding your way to all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, come to all fours, moving like water. Tuck your toes, exhale, you're into that downward facing dog once again. Inhale for one. Exhale. Inhale for two. Exhale. Inhale, three. Exhale. Staying with the breath for four. Exhale. Last breath for five. Exhale. On your next inhalation, step your left foot forward. As you exhale, step the right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Raise the arms, reach high. Exhale, release the arms by the sides. Come to your mountain pose. Pausing here for a moment just to re-establish that connection to the earth. On your next inhalation, bend your knees, raise your arms, come up into your chair pose. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. As you exhale, place your hands on the mat. Step back to a high plank. Take an inhalation here, press the ground away, shift the weight forward. As you exhale, bend the elbows. This time lower halfway down, chaturanga, with control. Inhale, come onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog, or maybe you stay with your cobra. Exhale, lift your hips. Come to your downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot to the front of the mat. Staying on the ball of the left foot, stabilize. Inhale, rise up into a high lunge. As you exhale, bring your hands down. Lift that right foot, step it back. Lower down, take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra on the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Right heel lifted. Inhale, rise up, come to your high lunge. Exhale, Move through your vinyasa. Step that left foot back, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in here. Finding space through the back of the body. Gently drawing the belly button towards the spine. Taking one more breath in your downward facing dog. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or lightly float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees, raise the arms, come up into your chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, this time step or lightly float back. Move through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Keep the left heel lifted, stabilize in here. Inhale, rising all the way up. Come up to your high lunge. We're staying in here. So that left leg is straight and strong. Left heel high. The left hip draws forward as the right hip draws back. So gently squeezing the inner thighs. Staying connected to the breath, reaching the arms high, but maintaining that space around the neck and shoulders. We're going to take one more breath in here. And then as you inhale, join your palms, bring the thumbs to the sternum. As you exhale, pour your weight into your right foot, shifting the chest forward. Use your glutes. On your next inhalation, float your left leg up and you're into your warrior three, flexing that left foot, keeping the chest lifted, crown of the head extending forward as we breathe in here. Strong standing leg, embracing any wobbles as you breathe. With your next inhalation, don't let that left foot touch the mat. Slowly bring the left knee into the chest. Exhale here. From there, we're going to bring the left foot into a tree pose. So you can bring that left foot maybe to the inside of the right thigh. Maybe it comes below the knee. Maybe it comes to the ankle. Make sure you're not placing the foot directly onto the knee. Find a connection between the left foot and the right leg. Join your palms together and find yourself into your tree pose. Strong standing leg. Belly button draws to spine as you stand up nice and tall. Maybe keeping the palms together, thumbs at the sternum. Some of you might like to start to float the arms up, lengthening through the side ribs. You don't need to keep the palms together if that's not good for the shoulders. Maybe separating, finding space between the palms, breathing in here. Let's take one more deep breath, pressing the ground away from you with that right foot. If you have taken the arms high, release. Bring the thumbs to the sternum once more. As you inhale, with control, bring that left knee into the chest. Slow as you can, step that left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Inhale, rise up, you're into your high lunge. As you exhale, start to open out and come into your warrior two on the right side. So finding a nice deep bend into that right leg. The outside edge of your left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Reaching long through the fingertips, gazing beyond that right hand. Breathing here, draw the sit bones together Allow both thighs to spiral outwards. With each breath, maybe finding a little bit more space into your warrior stance. Let's take one more in here. From there, don't change the lower body. Take an inhalation, flip your right palm, reach forward slightly. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. So gently sliding your left hand down the outside of your left leg, reaching the right arm back as you rotate the chest, finding space through the right side ribs, but maintaining length through the left side ribs also. Keeping that nice deep bend in the right leg. Breathing here, you might like to wrap your left arm behind you, finding the inside of that right hip or thigh. Taking one more breath here. As you inhale, come back up to your warrior two. As you exhale, bring the right elbow to the right thigh. Sweep that left arm forward. And as you sweep the left arm forward, again, allow the chest to rotate. Coming into your extended side angle pose. Again, maintaining length through the side ribs. Breathing here. So you might stay with the elbow on the thigh. You might be slowly releasing your right hand down. You can place it onto a block. You can place it onto the mat. Wherever you are, keep rotating the chest. Keep the space between the right ribs and the right thigh. Reaching that left arm forward. Breathing here. We're in here for one more breath, finding space. And then as you inhale, slowly come back up to your warrior two. Exhale. Next inhalation, straighten your right leg, turn your toes in, raise both arms, reach high, lengthen through those side ribs. And then as you exhale, come into a forward fold, placing your hands down onto the mat or maybe onto blocks. Take an inhalation, lengthen, lift the chest. As you exhale, come into a forward fold, either keeping your hands onto the mat or maybe taking your hands to the outside of the ankles, folding forward, sending the elbows out to the sides as you breathe in here. Try to shift the weight out of the heels, finding space. Every inhalation is a lengthening breath. Every exhalation, an opportunity to maybe go a little bit deeper without forcing. Good, let's take one more breath here. Nice. From wherever you are, take an inhalation, lengthen. Walk your hands forward, stacking the shoulders over the wrists. From there, start to soften the knees as you inhale. And then we're going to step or jump the feet together. And we're going to drop the knees. So coming into a kneeling position. Lifting up, coming to a high kneeling. From there, we're going to extend the left leg out to the side, toes facing forward. Take an inhalation, take the arms to T, and then as you exhale, we're going to slide the left hand down the left leg and reach the right arm back. So similar to in your reverse warrior. Keep rotating the chest, and again, we're lengthening through the right side body. Breathing here, really grounding through that left foot, finding space. Taking two more breaths here. Reaching long. Nice. As you inhale, come back up, extending the arms to the sides. As you exhale, this time, plant your right hand onto the mat and reach your left arm alongside the left ear. Again, keep rotating the chest. Keep pressing into that left foot. So options, you might be staying in here. If you want to go a little bit further, press into that right hand and you're going to extend the right leg, hooking the right ankle behind the left, lifting up through the hips, reach that left arm forward. So coming into a side plank variation here. We want to create space between the right hip and the ground. So really pressing into that right hand. Breathing here, the chest is rotating. Nice, let's take one more breath. Wonderful. With your next inhalation, slowly bring your left hand onto the mat. Find your way to your high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, coming into your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in here, pedal out the heels. If it feels good, take an inhalation through the nose and exhale through the mouth, side out. From your downward facing dog, gently drop your knees. Come into all fours. From there, we're going to come into Anahatasana or melting heart. So we're keeping the hips and knees in line, and we're going to slowly walk the hands forward and gently start to lower the chest down towards the ground, bringing either your chin or your forehead onto the mat or maybe onto a block. Settling in here, if the shoulders feel tight, take your hands a little bit wider to allow you to find some space. Close down the eyes in here. And we'll stay a few breaths. Nice. With your next inhalation, slowly start to walk your hands back in. Come back to your tabletop position. From there, we're going to come into a dolphin pose. So bringing the elbows down, bringing the forearms down. And we want to draw the elbows nice and narrow. Pressing the ground away from you. Fingers spread wide. From there, tuck your toes, lift up your hips. And start to walk your feet in close. Keep pressing the ground away from you. Send your hips high. Take a few breaths in here. So the head is not on the ground. We're down on the forearms. The head is lifted. We're sending the hips high. Maybe there's a soft bend in the knees. Some of you are going to be staying in here. Some of you might like to inhale and send your right leg high, pointing through the toes of the right foot. Keep pressing into the forearms. So you might stay there. You might be having a little few playful hops coming up into your forearm stand. Nothing is forced. Just honouring how your body feels today. Finding space into the shoulders, starting to strengthen really through the upper back. And then from wherever you are, slowly start to drop your knees. Bring your big toes to touch. Take the knees wide and sit back into a wide knee child's pose. Gently releasing the forehead down. Taking a deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. One more time, inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale. And from there, seal the lips. And reintroduce once again that Ujjayi breath. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. One more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. As you inhale, slowly come on up to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, you're into your downward facing dog. We come onto the left side. Inhale, send your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Stay on the ball of the right foot. Take a moment to stabilize. And then inhale, raise the arms. Coming up into your high lunge. That right leg is super straight and strong. The heel is lifted. Again, gently squeezing the inner thighs. Breathing here into your high lunge. Let's take one more breath here, maintaining that nice deep bend in the left leg. Nice. From there, join your palms as you inhale. Bring the thumbs to the center of the chest. As you exhale, start to pour the weight into the left foot. Send the chest forward. Use your glutes and float that right leg up. You're into your warrior three. Flex the right foot. Extend that right leg all the way towards the back of the mat. Keep the chest lifted. Maintain length through the back of the neck. Let's take one more breath in here again, embracing those wobbles if there are any. With your next inhalation, slowly bring that right knee into the chest. Take a breath here just to settle in. From there, we're going to take it into our tree pose. So that right foot is coming to the inside of the left leg. Bring it as high as feels good, avoiding placing the foot directly onto the knee joint. Take a breath to settle, join the palms. Ground through that left foot. Lengthen, stand up nice and tall. Stay with the breath. Again, you might keep the palms together at the center of the chest. You might prefer to reach the arms high, maybe separating the palms just so you can find that space. Breathing here, calm and steady breaths. We'll take one more in here. And then slowly bringing that right knee into the chest as you inhale. Smoothly step that right foot back as you exhale. You're into your high lunge once again. From there, as you inhale, open out into your warrior two. Exhale, you're into that warrior two. So nice deep bend into that left leg. Outside edge of your right foot parallel to the back of the mat. Really grounding through the feet. Thighs spiral open, tailbone lengthens down towards the ground. Breathing here. Really feeling strong and steady in this warrior two. Nice. So from there, keeping the lower body exactly as it is, as you inhale, flip your left palm, reach towards the front of your mat. As you exhale, reverse that warrior, rotating the chest, lengthening through the sides of the body. Make sure you keep that nice bend in the left leg, maybe wrapping your right hand behind you, reaching to the left hip or thigh. Keep rotating the chest, keep breathing in here. Really, the most important part of the practice is the breath. The breath is a great guide. Wonderful. With your next inhalation, find your way back to the warrior two. Extend the arms. As you exhale, gently drop the left elbow to the left thigh. Sweep that right arm forward, rotating the chest. Coming into your extended side angle pose. Again, we want to maintain length through the side ribs. Staying with the breath. Once again, you might stay with the elbow on the thigh. Maybe you prefer to bring the left hand down. It can come onto a mat, it can come onto the block. Wherever you are, there's space still between the left ribs and the left thigh. Breathing here, strong energy through that back right leg. Breathing once more in here. Good. As you inhale, slowly come back up to your warrior two. Strong legs. Exhale. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Turn your toes in. Raise the arms once again and reach high. As you exhale once more, come into your forward fold, placing the hands down. Take again a lengthening breath. Inhale. As you exhale, fold. So again, options. Hands can stay on the mat. You might once again take the hands to the outside of the ankles and send the elbows out to the sides. Some of you might like to interlace your hands behind your back and draw the arms overhead, drawing the shoulder blades together. That might allow you to find a little bit more space in your fold. Again, slightly shifting the weight out of the heels. Taking 2 more breaths in here. With your next inhalation, from wherever you are, gently release your hands onto the mat. Take a lengthening breath, press the ground away. We've got the shoulders stacked over the wrists. Soften your knees. From there, step or jump the feet together and drop the knees, coming up to that high kneeling place once again. This time we're extending the right leg out to the side. Right leg is straight, toes are pointing forward. Take the arms out to T as you inhale. As you exhale, slide your right hand down the right leg. Reach the left arm back, rotating the chest. So again, similar to your reverse warrior, breathing here. Keep grounding through that right foot. One more breath, reaching long through that left side body. And then as you inhale, come back up to center, move with the breath. As you exhale, plant your left hand onto the mat. Reach that right arm long. Again, the chest rotates. Breathing here. So you might stay here. You might press the ground away from you with the left hand and start to release that left leg, hooking the left ankle behind the right. Keep reaching that right arm long. Keep lifting up through the left hip. So we're coming into a side plank variation. With that right arm reaching long, really finding space through the right side body. Taking another breath in here. And then as you inhale, slowly bring your right hand onto the mat. Make your way to your high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come to your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips. Come into your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, lower your knees. And we're going to come once again into that Anahatasana, that melting heart pose. So keeping hips in line with knees, hands walk forward, chest releases down towards the ground. Maybe you've got a little bit more space this time around. Again, feel free to support with a block if needed. Calm and steady breath. Finding space in the shoulders, the upper back, the middle back. Take 2 more breaths in here. Nice. Very slowly start to walk your hands back in, coming up to all fours. We're going to come once again into that dolphin pose. So bringing the elbows down, bringing the forearms down, drawing the elbows in, nice and narrow. Press the ground away, so give yourself a really strong foundation. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips, start to walk your feet in. Keep drawing the elbows in, maybe you stay here. Maybe this time you raise the left leg, pointing through the toes of the left foot. Keep shifting the shoulders over the elbows. Maybe you stay there, maybe there's a few hops, and you start to come on up into your forearm stand. You can have split legs, you can start to bring the legs together. Wherever you are, keep pressing the ground away. Let's take a few more breaths here. And then very slowly start to come on down from wherever you are. Big toes together, knees go wide. Sit back into a child's pose. Release the forehead down. Take a deep and full inhalation through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. One more time, deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale. Sealing the lips. Bringing back your Ujjayi breath. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. One more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. From there, as you inhale, start to find your way up to all fours. Tuck your toes, exhale, and bring yourself up to your downward facing dog. Again, just take a moment or two, pedaling out the heels in here. Finding a little bit of space. And from there, we're going to bend the knees. And we're going to step or float the feet outside of the hands. So we're coming into our malasana, our squat pose. So landing the feet outside of the hands. You can have the feet facing forward, or you might have the heels turning in, the toes slightly turning out. And just take a moment to wriggle, finding a comfortable space. So for some of you, you might be keeping your hands onto the mat. Some might be joining together your palms, bringing the thumbs to the sternum, pressing the arms against the legs to find a little bit more space. Take a couple of breaths to settle into your malasana. So you're more than welcome to stay in here. If you would like to take a variation, we're going to start by taking the right arm out to the side, staying on the fingertips. As you inhale, lift up your left arm, and again we rotate the chest. This might be where you're staying. For some of you, you might be taking a bind, so wrapping the right arm around the right leg, reaching the left arm behind your back, and taking that bind, interlacing the fingers, using that bind to draw the left shoulder back and down, chest is rotating, feet are grounded. Taking a couple of breaths in here. Good. From there, as you inhale, slowly release, come back to center, exhale. Coming to the other side, taking your left hand out to the side, staying on the fingertips. Reach your right hand high, rotating the chest. So you can stay in here. Again, you might take that bind, so wrapping the left arm around the left leg, reaching the right hand behind you, interlacing the fingers, drawing that right shoulder back and down, revolving the chest. Finding space in here. Okay, if you have that bind, release, let's all come back to center. We meet here. From there, we're going to vinyasa. So a few different options here. You can place your hands onto the mat, lift your hips and simply step back and lower down through your vinyasa. If you would like to, then you might start to have a little play with your crow pose. So again, you place your hands onto the mat and we want to start to bring the knees to the backs of the arms. Maybe this is where you stay today. You're shifting your weight forward, maybe playing with drawing one heel in, releasing, drawing the other heel in. Maybe for some of you, you keep shifting the weight forward and you start to squeeze both heels in to come up into your crow pose. Inhale, squeeze the heels in. Exhale, send the legs back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths in your down dog. Again, pedal out the heels. And from there, bend your knees, look forward. Step or float through to seated at the top of your mat. Once you arrive, bring together the soles of the feet, just like we did at the beginning. Again, if you need to, slide your blocks underneath your thighs to support. We want to slide the heels away to create a diamond shape. Place your hands onto your ankles. Take an inhalation, lengthen the spine, soften the shoulders. And then as you exhale, slowly come into a forward fold. Allow the spine to round. Allow the forehead to release down. You might be supporting underneath your forehead with a block. Just releasing any tension through the neck. And if it feels good for you to do so, close down the eyes. Take a deep inhalation through the nose. Open up the mouth, exhale. One more time, deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale. Sealing the lips. And just allow the breath to be soft, to be natural. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Scanning the body. Notice if there are any areas of the body that feel as if they're holding tension. And just let that go. Let it soften. Dissolving away with each breath. Finding softness. Finding stillness. And just take a few more in here. Acknowledging any thoughts as they drift in and out. Acknowledging any emotions that might be with you. Very slowly start to lift up the torso. Maybe keeping the eyes closed. And just like we did at the beginning, bring your hands to the outside of the legs. Draw the knees in. Soles of the feet come onto the mat. Wrap your arms around your legs. And gently just drop the forehead towards the knees. Just giving yourself a really lovely big hug. And from there, lift up the forehead. Keep the soles of the feet on the mat. Extend your arms forward and slowly allow yourself to roll down onto your back. Keep drawing the belly button towards the spine, using the arms as a counterweight. Tuck the chin into the chest as you slowly lie back. Once you get onto your back, bring the knees into the chest. And we're going to come into a reclining twist. First of all, dropping the knees over to the left side. So taking the arms out to the sides. Drop both knees over to the left. Maybe shifting the hips and the upper body over to the right. Maybe taking the gaze over to the right. You can keep your knees together, or you might cross and wrap the right leg around the left. Finding yourself into a place of stillness here. Breathing into the right side of the body. Slowing down, softening. Taking a few more moments. Very slowly, take your time. Bring the knees back to center. Take a moment or two to reset. Maybe sway the knees a couple of times from side to side. And then prepare to take your second side of your twist. Draw the knees into the chest. Take the arms out to the side. This time dropping the knees over to the right side. Either keep your knees together, or maybe you're crossing and wrapping the left leg around the right leg this time. Finding that space into the left side body. Breathing here. Breath is soft and calm. Slowing down. Slowly bring the knees back to center. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Give your knees a few little just rocks from side to side once again, releasing through the lower back. And then bring your knees back to center. Pause there for a moment. Slide the tailbone away from you. Tilt the chin towards the chest. And then one by one, extend your legs. And find your way into your Shavasana, releasing the arms a comfortable distance from the body line. Softly closing down the eyes. Bringing yourself into a place of stillness, a place of relaxation. Allow yourself to become aware of any shifts, any changes as a result of your practice. And just know that any shifts you feel, they might be physical, they might be emotional, they might be energetic. Simply allow yourself to honor what's there. If you'd like to stay a little bit longer in your Shavasana, please feel free to do so. If you are ready to come out, slowly start to bring some movement to the body. Moving the fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Taking your time to reawaken the body. If it feels good, bring the legs together. Reach the arms overhead. Take a beautiful long whole body stretch. Inhaling deeply as you lengthen. Exhale as you release. Bend the knees, draw them into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Take some gentle rocks from side to side to massage your lower back. And then find stillness for a moment. And just take some time to settle your energy. If you feel comfortable, stay in here. If you prefer to, then feel free to roll over to one side. And then from wherever you find yourself, if possible, keeping the eyes closed, start to slowly make your way back up to a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. Grounding through the sit bones, lengthening through the spine. Pause for a moment here. And just take this time to notice how your body feels. To notice how the breath is moving in and out of the body. Acknowledging any thoughts, any emotions, whatever's with you. And then bring together your palms. Rest the thumbs at the center of the chest. And take a moment to reflect on your intention. Take a moment to honor that intention. If there's someone you would like to offer your practice to, bring that person into your mind. Maybe someone you love, or maybe someone that you know is in need of a little bit of extra love and support today. And from there, gently lift the thumbs to the center of the forehead, the third eye space. And then slowly take a forward fold. Namaste. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.